Hello. Um, Today we're going to be reviewing Formidable Thunder's Vice City Stories Act 1 in 4643. That's a pretty good time. Back a few years ago, English Ben had a series called E-Ben Evaluates, where he would take, I think it was no SSU PBs, and kind of review them, evaluate them. I'm kind of going to do that thing, going to piggyback off it a little bit, but I'm going to do VCS, might do some LCS as well, if this becomes a thing. So this is Act 1 in 4643 by Formidable Thunder. It is a Twitch highlight, unfortunately. But that should be okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the audio should be fixed now. Okay, good thing I'm going to turn down the volume here. So I can talk about it more. Immediately gets on the bike, doesn't do the little camera manipulation I do. It is a little bit faster to get an M4 there, but it's not necessary. But this is NMG, so you can do pistol strats as well. So that may be what he's going for. I'm not sure. I have not watched his Act 1 PB. That was quite a tight turn, but I'll try not to stop too much. But you can see his gamepad there next to the radar. Got chat and stuff. His live split's quite big. Blocks a lot. It's got time in the bottom right there. There's some unnecessary things about this layout, but that's not about the run itself. A little bit of not smooth movement there, but again, not a big deal for the first mission. Pretty good time. Okay, he does take the good route. I see a lot of people try and reverse. Even I do that. Oh.
Take a breath.
Okay. So immediately goes and starts cleaning house. Nice. Okay, so he is going for pistol strats. Alright. Interesting choice. But it is Act 1 after all, so I guess. I personally wouldn't go for this in a full NMG run unless your PB in a full NMG run was probably sub 40, maybe just sub 50. In just an Act 1 run, it's more okay to go for it because again, it's just Act 1, and he is running specifically Act 1, not pulled from a full NMG run. That's an interesting driving choice, but maybe faster. Probably is faster. I probably should start taking that route. I'm not fully sure. Some of the more driving routes I'm not as knowledgeable about, nor as many people. Oh, the feed. You can't see the feed. It was just a drive. It's fine. So FYI for any YouTube viewers, this is being lived on stream, and all I have is the pause button on OBS. So if things go wrong, things go wrong.
I've been having trouble.
What the fuck is this?
That was a lot of there's a little bit of bad aiming there, but again, nothing major.
Don't push me again.
Cop bike. I'm not sure if the cop bike or the because the cop bike is definitely not the best vehicle to take. If you get pretty much any other bike other than the Street Fighter, that's good. Most sports cars, other than maybe the Phoenix, will do just fine. Usually a bit better than the cop bike, because of the more. It's a little slower still. Though I do believe the cop bike actually does have a more consistent jump, which he does not go for. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Because I actually find the cop bike jump to be more consistent than vehicles. If you pull back on the wheelie, if you like kind of pull a wheelie, which you can't really do on a cop bike, but you're just holding back on the stick, it seems to work way more. Bail off at the end, okay. And then is he gonna do the snapping next strat? Yeah, he is. Okay. This is just to get an M16 quickly and not worry about any prompts by running someone over, for example. Because there's a pager here. And you wouldn't get off that cop bike as soon as possible, otherwise you'll get a prompt. So, smart move.
Sorry, I was just eating something. This tastes so good.
Yeah, this is a pretty similar drive to the one we just did. So, yeah, apologies about cutting the feed briefly again. That was a near miss. So he does use control setup too. Okay, most of that is faster. Because I personally like to use control setup 1, but that's a preference thing because I played with it my entire life. That I've done VCS, LCS. Nice. You can turn that car a little bit more, but it's pretty precise. Yeah. Doing control setup 2 for the entire thing is faster because you can look behind. This isn't the most optimal drive because if you stick on the right sidewalk, that's going to be usually just slightly faster. So you could have shaved off maybe about half a second there. Maybe a bit more. You can take that turn much faster, but I think that car may have potentially screwed him. Yep, he did play a little safe. Okay, so he is going for the blue car. Now this is where I'm going to actually pause real quick and discuss these cars here. So let me actually go back here a bit. So you come in with this Stinger, right? And then there's 3 other cars that you can get that spawn. Let me actually... So yeah, there's 2 Infernuses, and then there's a blue Banshee. Now, the Infernuses, don't ever take them. I don't even think like 100% root would use it. Now, and then there's the Stinger and the Banshee left. And what you're going to use depends on your skill level. Because the Banshee is faster. And also part of it is because this wall right here, this isn't the highest quality, but the wall right here, the lady, Mary, I believe, can actually get in the car through the wall. So that's part of the reason why this is faster, and also it's just a faster vehicle in general. But the problem with it is it's very bouncy, and it can be a little more difficult to steer. However, the Stinger is not as bouncy, but it is slower. But it is easier for someone who's ran less. So yeah, as you can see, she gets in through the wall.
Easy, Muscles. I've got a delicate disposition.
So you're just gonna go ahead and drive back.
Did Martinez send you? That cockroach still owes last time.
Okay, not the best parking there. Oh yeah, he's gonna readjust it a little bit. All right. I usually play it safe and like kind of park right next to that little barrier thing. You actually do want to be careful there getting into the marker because I've seen it happen a few times. If Mary gets ran over, like I'm not sure if it's frame perfect, but it's close to frame perfect. Right as the cutscene starts or like the fade ends, you will soft lock the game entirely. You have to restart it. But luckily that didn't happen. Audio's gone. That's fine. Can fix that real quick. There it is. So it takes the Banshee back as you do. A little bit wide of a turn. You can in that corner you can use handbrake. Yeah, it's the same corner you I believe that you would take in No SSU when doing, or just Vice City in general, doing cherry poppers into passing. You got to use handbrake on that corner. Okay, see that's why you don't want to look behind too much because you can't see where, while you can despawn traffic, you can't see where you're going. So modest use of looking behind. I personally don't do that. I don't really have problems with my driving personally, and I don't have problems with my driving, and I like Control Center 1. So going ahead, doing Trail of Victory.
Let's go. Vic, we're gonna drive by on some cholo. I know right where we can pick up the trail. I'm just trying to make an honest living, man. But they're organized. I can't compete, man. You know, this used to be a fine country.
Car almost screwed him.
Have you been at my bottle?
Gotta be careful turning out of there. I've smacked into vehicles too many times there. So that marker at the hospital is actually quite big compared to what it is. So you can stay on the road, like be almost on the yellow line and still hit it.
Goddamn cholos. Who do they think they are?
So yeah, you want to spin this car out as soon as possible, yeah. Okay. He just did a bit of a weird cut through. He would have probably been able to catch him if he cut through immediately. So that guy will almost always die if his car catches on fire. Unless some other vehicle interferes, he will almost always. So once he gets out of this car and starts shooting, just wait like extra half second just to make sure the car is damaged enough and that he's staying still. And then you can just start driving to the paint spray.
She is looking like a daisy now.
Yeah, again, with the looking to the side or behind, don't know where you're going. And if you're not going fast enough, which sometimes happens when you're in the Walton, looking behind or looking to the side won't always despawn traffic. Not sure what that was, but
You're a fine wing.
so I would actually let me go back here. reversing the other way, so I guess clockwise it would be, into the wall is a little bit faster than that. I've got a cat walking on my keyboard. Oh, of course, he's gonna walk on the spacebar. Cats are cute. Yep, he's getting the stubby shotgun, as you do. Can take a little bit of a sharper turn there. But yeah, he did switch to the shotgun. Running with the shotgun is slightly slower than just with fists. Okay, that is a big thing I need to mention. You don't want to do that. That's a little bit slower. You want to, while in this loading screen after skipping the cutscene, hold reverse and hold the stick to the right. That'll push you against the pole, and once your truck is visible, because you have movement before you can even see the truck. Once you have visual, you will already be up against the pole. You can switch back to X, and you'll be already going. Let's see. You'll be going to the other way around the trailer. So yeah, you want to go the other way, because otherwise that happens. What he did.
What business are you in?
I look after people and they look after me. Sometimes I have to remind them of their obligations if they don't. But mostly I just mind my own business. You mind yours, pal.
Yeah, you don't want to twist the truck like that. You want it perfectly in line with the sidewalk. Otherwise, the double shot's going to get you screwed. But he still managed to do it. It's just a little more difficult and a little more awkward to do it that way. And a little slower, because you have to run around the truck. So yeah, I like to jump there, but that's just preference. It's not really a time difference. It's just a little safer, so you don't get hit by the guy behind you. Yep.
You're running a protection racket? And more besides soon enough. Come on, put the pedal to the metal. Step on it.
Meow.
This is it.
So you want to try and switch the shotgun as soon as possible. He didn't do that shooting the best. You can shoot both of those into a little faster. You did skip a line there. Okay, that's a pretty cool strat. I don't even do that. That's a minuscule time save, but pausing basically like ends whatever wave is playing. So, yep, taking the cop bike, good. That's a speedster strat. I didn't even know you could do that there. The evaluator learning things. Yeah, you can do, yeah, if there's a precise shot, like angle that bailing off the bike, you can go immediately into the marker. It skips having to cancel the thing. So that's a slightly slower way of doing it, but it does get Marty on the bike instantly. So it really balances out compared to the other way I do it, which is going between the trailer buildings.
Here's a list of shit you...
Taking the Admiral first. Okay, interesting direction. I doubt that's faster. But it may not. It may be just such a minuscule time difference. Okay, he got lucky with a cop bike there, but unless you know for sure that there's a good car, just don't go into the road. Go for just the parked Admiral again. it's usually not worth it.
Mute.
So he got a good path for the Sentinel here. You do want to be quick there because he'll start driving away. So depending on location, you want to go different ways. This wasn't the best way to go. I'd say it would be slightly better going to the alley that he was next to, by where the out of bounds is. Unless I'm just getting my locations wrong, which I actually, maybe he did go in the right spot, now that I think about it. But yeah, taking the Sanchez back to the last vehicle. Again, this is why looking behind too much can cause issues. So he didn't do the best aiming there because there is a way to get both guys. Going for the left guy at an angle will knock both down. But he did the smart decision, got on the passenger side. And again, it's that looking behind and looking to the side that keeps screwing him. And also, that's a risky way to go between the tree and the building there. Definitely looking forward or looking behind for long straight drives, or mostly straight, like the main highway kind of thing, is good. But with all these turns and stuff, it is not a good idea to be going for it this much. Cops are giving him quite the hard time on this mission. Good. And now you gotta kind of rely on luck for a car here. NMG, you're not on a timer or anything like that, other than the pager, just if you want to be fast. But in any percentage, is crucial that you get one there, because you gotta go chain it into the next mission. So he got lucky with the Banshee there. That's pretty not common. So he's going back to do Boomshine. I might skip through the entirety of the mission because there's really nothing special. Other than there might be some bad look behinds and stuff, and I'm gonna skip through a lot of this mission. Because it's not necessary. There's not gonna be anything to say on this mission. Alright, I can't really say anything about that. Yeah, you can take a slightly sharper turn there, but as long as he does reverse strats, should be fine. Yeah, he does. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead. Odd camera angle. Not sure why he isn't doing reverse strats there. Definitely need to work on reverse driving there.
I better put these.
That's mission passed. Yeah, relying on the car there, relying on a street vehicle is not always the best thing, but he did get lucky and got a cop bike. Got a lot of good luck with vehicles in this run. Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Up bike. Did a nice run over.
Yeah, usually you would just take the Cuban Hermes there. Yeah, most of the time this vehicle is just going to be the best option.
Sure, she'll be just fine. I'm looking forward to having me some fun.
Upon Melancholy Hill.
Good luck.
So I'm interested to see if he's gonna, because we were talking before I did this about when Fun Day comes, how he often resets if he doesn't get a 50 when Fun Day comes down. The problem with that is that is the lowest possible time you can get one when Fun Day comes. But I also don't know how old this PB is, so. But it does seem like he's taking safe corners, so you can go a little faster around those corners. But you also want to be careful of those bumps there. So that's why I usually go a little bit to the left by the fence. Not hitting the fence, but by it. Makes it much easier. $58 when Fun Day comes is pretty good for playing it safe. Yeah, going for that crazy 52. I think IL world record is 50, which is insane. That's the lowest possible time you can get. 52 is what most world record people go for. This is waking up the neighbors. Yeah, grabbing the nades. Selecting them. Good. And then out of bounds strats. Okay, that was quite the turn. So you can do a little bit of camera flicking there to sometimes it speeds it up. That's not the best place to park it. You want to park it by the trailer that's off to the right. It's a little bit faster, to my knowledge. Maybe wrong, though. You can click through there a little faster, but it is and NMG, you have very tight money, so for at least the first 2 acts. So playing it safe there because you don't want to buy more than one shotgun, especially since you've already picked up a shotgun. I think there's a slightly faster route to get there, but I just do that route. I'm not sure. Oof, he got unlucky with Cholo spawns. So you can just spam B. Hello. What is he doing? Yeah, you can just spam circle or B or whatever your fire button there in that fade, and most of the time it'll kill him. However, sometimes it feels like that he's invincible. So. I don't think the cop bike's two-seater. Is it? I really don't know. It is. Okay, yeah. More luck there.
Welcome to Vice City.
Yeah, don't do that. Hold up. Shooting them with a shotgun there is very bad. It is faster, but it's incredibly risky. And at the level he's at, I wouldn't do that. You want to manually aim each of them with the pistol. Doesn't necessarily have to be manual, but shoot each individual one with the pistol. Because there's a problem where some of the guys can spawn at 0-0, and that happens pretty often if you try and quick kill them.
Don't freak out.
Hello, audio died again.
It's just a gun, not a bullet.
So you guys can hear it. There it is. Taking the Sanchez there as normal.
Marty ain't gonna be too happy when he finds out you ripped him off.
Like I give a shit. Big band.
So that was quite a risky Totwit. TOTWT. Now truck stop. Interested to see. I'm interested to see how he's gonna do this.
Are we being followed? We better not be being followed. I'll rip those bastards' livers right out of their side.
What a route.
Man, there ain't no one following us.
That's not a great route. Normally you want to go like around and go up here. Pretty sure. By the way, that's a pretty whack route. I've never seen anyone do that route. I've seen multiple routes there, and they're all debatable which is fastest, but that is quite a strange route. Yeah, you can hold a reverse there. And again, with the excessive look behind and stuff, it's not worth it. I'm going to emphasize, that's the biggest thing I'm going to emphasize. The amount of look behind and looking to the side is not worth it for how many times you're going to crash into things. With all this turning and stuff. And most of the time, you're not going to be going fast enough for it to even work. Decent kill. That was close. You don't want to look behind immediately there.
So that's how a drunken homicidal gun nut drives.
Not really necessary. What in the world? Okay, that MAC-10 ammo isn't necessary. at all. Not sure why he grabbed that. That is not necessary. And it caused him to get back up. If he was getting it just to play it safe, not the best idea. Like, play it safe in case backup comes. Like, you're gonna trigger backup if you do that. Most of the time. And still, most of the time, you can manipulate the backup AI or whatever. Okay, this is very risky route. My goodness. You were, like, barely... Like, by the time he gets to the end, you're barely close enough for it to not fail. So that was quite risky. Well, it is faster, though, but it is, again, it's another thing. At this level, it's not really worth it, and this far into the Act 1 run. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this drive. Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting turn. I wouldn't necessarily take that. I'd go by the Leaf Links Bridge. Good Polaris spawn. I'm interested to see which route he takes here, though. Alright. Good. Takes the normal spawn. Is he gonna get ammo from the Cholos here? So maybe that's why he grabs the Mac 10. That's just slower, though. Because the Uzi's way better than the silenced Mac 10. Not going for Glendale shots, okay. That's also very interesting. It's safer and faster to go for the Glendale in NMG and Hundo, for that matter. Japanese, or just any percent. I mean, not Japanese. In any percent, it's not faster. It's actually, you will fail the mission most likely if you try to do Glendale strats. That's the problem. It's very tight, especially on emulator. It's very tight to go for that. But that was a pretty smooth got protection, other than not getting the Glendale. But he did do the right route. So you can just reverse immediately after passing the mission into the Sanchez. Now back to Marked Men.
What was that about?
Looking behind while not even on the road. Okay, again, this is excessive. Like, if anything comes from this, that amount of look behind is excessive. And look to the side is way excessive. Like, here is a good time to use it. You're going at decent speed. You're on a straight road. This is the time where you want to use it. When you're not on a road, or you're in, like, anywhere but, like, these long straight roads, like, it's not worth it at all. Since most of the time, especially in Act 1, you're going to be driving worse cars like the Walton or the Perennial. Like, the Sanchez is really the only time you get it, but most of the time when you're driving the Sanchez, other than maybe going to the place and got protection, you're not on straight roads.
My boom shiners in the back of the truck. I'm through with that demon.
So yeah, you would normally use the Uzi for this mission. So he doesn't do the look to the side strat to prevent an awkward spawn. If you look to the right there, it can prevent a spawn coming right in front of you. But he didn't get it, so it doesn't matter. Just more of a consistency thing. Nice turn in with using the wall. A little bump. Smart. So he's doing death warp. That's one of the problems with Japanese. Yeah, you want to wait for that pager to come before you fully death warp. So he's lucky that he didn't take just a little bit more damage. So that's does a thing where basically the second pager will come in immediately. So he's not going to do ambulance strats, it looks like. But ambulance strats versus shotgun strats, my divorce strats, it's debatable. That cop bike also would have been nice. So I assume he's going to do shotgun strats. I'm interested to see what his lineup is going to look like. Interesting parking. That might despawn. Okay, maybe not. I often play it safe and take this Sanchez. Oh. Oh yeah, he's going to miss the shot here. So yeah, that's why you don't want to park it that close. Because you'll get issues like that. So there's a backup spot. I wonder if he's going to go for that. Oh my god, is he really just going to drive by him? So the backup spot would be going through that alley that Formidable passed. Taking the BMX there was not the smartest thing. Okay, that is probably the worst backup that could be done. You just usually want to just reline up the shotgun shot. Because you're going to have more popped tires doing that. Yes, you're on a bike, so you can kill Marty a little bit quicker, but the pop tires are not worth it. With a shotgun, I usually get none or sometimes one. And with the ambulance strat, you're guaranteed no pop tires. But again, it's debatable whether the ambulance strat is faster. Because you can't take the ambulance from the hospital. You have to run all the way. And by that point, the pager's already finished like 5-10 seconds ago. So I'm interested to see if he's going to do a divorce death warp. Okay. Is that going to warp him to the right place? Seems a little bit close to the border. Okay. Did warp him. Alright. Yeah, that death, like again, if he had bought the second shotgun during Obwad, he wouldn't have been able to do that death warp. However, that death warp is actually, not super worth it. It does save time if done right. Right.
I've been thinking,
But it's not always worth it.
first we need to get some guys together.
Take an ambulance here. You can already start driving once she's started her animation. Oh, I'm not sure if I ever mentioned this. I do have permission to use this video and evaluate this from
Wanna
Formidable.
make some money?
Going? So soon? I need you for something. I'm the man for the job.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
That was quite the risky strat. If he had hit both, he would have failed the mission. Most of the time.
Hopefully I don't fail the mission by a guy.
Killing one is usually okay. But with a shotgun, and it's not... In NMG, there's no time save or time loss from killing one of them.
I'll go
Okay,
find
good.
There's really no difference. And in any percent, as long as you get Louise back on the bike, again, it's no difference. It can actually cause you issues here by getting in the way. Okay, this is also a very interesting route to take. Normally, you just want to go through the trailer park and jump into the fence. So that's another quite a big time loss. You want to go, like, kind of like where you did on Shakedown. Just drive by everyone. Normally, the NMG, you'd pick up a bit more SMG ammo, but not really necessary in Act 1. So is he going to do the double tap? Nope. You want to spam, circle, and then immediately manual aim once the first guy dies. But that's a minor time save, time loss. So, time's coming up here. That was the end of this mission. GG. Hope this evaluation was helpful for Formidable and anyone else who was watching. That may be doing some of the things that can be improved. Yeah. Have a good one.